welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV with me, jrpg, and today is the final push. We are in the final dungeon. We're going to make our way towards Zemus, and we're going to finish this thing up strong. Now, before we do that, we have a couple of doors that are going to contain a couple more challenge fights for some more legendary gear. So let's get right to it. Woe to those who seek to gain the Lance of White. And it's the Plague Eye, and he is going to cast a countdown on the entire party. So we are not going to hold back on this guy. We have 10 seconds to kill him. Which is not very many seconds for those of you counting at home. And this is what we bought all these ninja stars for, is to just increase Edge's damage output from like 2,000 to 4,000. And Bahamut helps as well. That is just my favorite spell. Holy looks so cool. And it has such a cool sound effect. Hopefully this will do it. Not quite. This is gonna be close. Come on, guys, get your attacks out. There we go. Wow. 1 second to spare. And he mentioned the Lance of White, and that is right. We get the Holy Lance for Kain. That one is going to be really, really strong. Holy Elemental, and cast Holy when you use it as an item. However, because Kain is not a spellcaster, it ends up being quite weak. A very weak version of Holy. That being said, it's still really cool to be able to cast Holy whenever you want. And there are 2 treasure boxes in here, and who's guarding them? The sacred ribbon shall not be within your hands. That's right, we found the ribbons! And this one's kind of wimpy. It's just 2 lunar dragons, and we are going to just absolutely shred these. Yeah, we'll just do a Bahamut. Why not? I feel like this is kind of an underwhelming, like, challenge fight or trap fight for the ribbons, but that's just a waste of a turn. I can output a lot more than 2,000 per hit. Ow! Yep, the Ragnarok does a boatload of damage to these. Just straight 9s, no big deal. I don't even really want to, like, waste any more MP, I guess. I will go ahead and cast a Cure Spell, though. But as soon as Cecil gets a turn, this is going to be all over. That's a lot of fires in a row, jeez. It's almost like he heard me call him underwhelming. It is interesting that he can just tank that, though. Oh, like 10,000 damage? No big deal. I can't really use Black Magic because he's got wall up, but this should be over pretty soon here. Once again, Rydia's not going to get the XP, which is annoying, but it'll be okay. 25,000 for that. And what do we get? We'll find out in just a moment. First, I want to bring my party members back to life and heal them up. You never know what you might run into down here, so you do want to be careful about that. It is a good sign that we're starting to have to use Cure 3s to heal people up, too. Okay. 2 ribbons. Now, unfortunately, these aren't as good, I would say, as the ribbons in the original, but they are still really good, and they prevent all status ailments, which is nice. And we found them in the final dungeon, so we're just gonna wear them. Why not? Now, unfortunately, I do have to do a little bit of grinding before we continue on, but thanks to the magic of YouTube, you don't have to watch. So I'll see you back here in just a second. Okay, so about 15 minutes later and 1 cabin, and we got 1 level up for Rydia. And I think I'm going to say that's good, and we're going to go for it. So let's get to it. Let's get hyped. Because this is it. This is the final push. And oh man, what a sweet one it is. Here we go. Oh, the music changes so good, and check out the 3D effect in the background. Oh, man. Nothing over here. And every monster in here is gonna be close to, like, boss level fight. Which is why they give them boss music. The Evil Mask will cast some very strong spells reflected off of the wall he casts on himself, and he has a boatload of HP, so we're gonna have to beat on this guy for a while. But I really like the design. Things in here feel like you're approaching the end, like they're getting crazier. You know, the designs just look evil. This looks like a place under Zemus's influence. Yep, here comes Holy. How much damage will this do? 1,400? That's not so bad. All right, down he goes. And every single level up in here is gonna matter. I only grinded for 1 level up on Rydia, so I'm hoping that what we've got is good enough, but I don't actually know. Okay, Cecil and Edge leveled up. I love that. I am legitimately concerned, but we'll see. We'll see. I will say this, I know that middle 50s is definitely right on the line of good enough, but something around like 60, middle 60s is like way too much, and you will just absolutely smash it, so I'm crossing my fingers that this is going to make for a good fight. Extra Ninja Star, I will be needing that. Because we have 1 more challenge fight, and that is going to be right over here. Now let's make sure we're ready to go, because this one is a toughie for sure. Alright, let's get it. You think that you, the ones from the blue planet, can handle this blade of black Masamune? Yes, the Masamune, let's go! And it's Ogopogo, who is sort of like an evil Leviathan. He's gonna start with Big Wave, but he's not done. He's gonna do it again. And that is pretty damaging right there. And I think I'm gonna actually do a Sylph just to make sure the heal comes down. And we're in Cure 4 territory for sure. But let's get a little HP back just to make sure we're not, yeah, riding the edge there. Woo, that was close. And I maybe should have chucked another Ninja Star, but I think we'll be okay without it. It's also possible that I'm just, like, being way too conservative with those, and I should just be throwing them at every opportunity. I did go through all the trouble to buy them. I just wanted to make sure the heal came out on Cecil. I really don't want to lose him, but 200 is not much. Alright, Cure 3 is nice. Maybe should have done a Cure 4, but this shouldn't actually last too much longer. Yeah, let's throw another Ninja Star, though. Double Big Wave may drop Rydia. Okay, it's just a single? That's good. Alright, hopefully Bahamut closes the deal. Yes! Alright, we did it. 12,000 XP and a shiny new Masamune. So now Edge gets to wield the Masamune and the Murasame. And now, the Masamune is not nearly as crazy in this game as it is in the original Final Fantasy, but it does do something the Murasame doesn't, which is it casts fast when used as an item, so its item cast actually works. It grants +3 agility and just has crazy damage. And that's why I end up keeping Edge in the front row, despite the fact that he could definitely be a back row character. But his two ultimate weapons end up being not long range, so... Alright, let's get to it. Let's keep going. And there's nothing to my left, but I'll show it anyway. There you go. Yeah, the only real concern is Rydia's lack of HP, but there's not really a way to fix that other than just crazy over-leveling. Which, as I'm going to show you, you don't really need to do. Hey, speaking of Rydia, she just leveled up. 1800. That's not bad. It's still scary, though. I'm still definitely worried. And what do we have here? A whistle. And what this is going to do is summon the big chocobo to our location, and we're definitely going to do that. And the reason why is because, A, it's a nice moment of levity during this final dungeon, but B, we're going to take all of our swords that we can throw, and we're going to have to give away some stuff. So let's get rid of, like, the samurai gear. Basically anything we can't throw. And what this is going to do is just load up Edge's dart command, where he can just be throwing things every turn, because his attack, sadly, even with his, you know, ultimate weapons, is still not going to be good enough. That should be good. Oh, we'll take the drain, too. And with that, we're ready. And we are there. Oh, man. I'm always a little bit sad at the end of these. You know, I like to think about the just scale of the adventure, all the places we've been, all the people we've met, all the friends we've made. And it's hard to say goodbye to all that, you know? But at the same time, the world needs saving. And we are the right people for the job. And you can tell we're getting closer to the core. You can see it in the background. It's so cool. Ah, these are new. This is the Mind of Zemus. And these guys can be a little bit of an issue. Like, literally every random encounter down here is brutal. And these are no exception. But we get to see the damage on the Artemis arrows there. It's just 1. That is not good. Yeah, I might need to whip out a Bahamut here. Yeah, I really don't want to spend an Artemis arrow attacking Edge. So we'll just throw down a Cure spell, and I guess I'll hit him with Cecil, although this is going to hurt him. It's going to hurt him a lot more than it's going to hurt me. There we go. And the mind even gets a full, like, boss monster death animation. Like, you can tell we're getting close now. And I'm a little sad that they removed the fact that, like, a lot of the monsters in here are named after Zemus, but they simplified the names to kind of leave that out. And we can't take our elixirs with us, so let's just do a full MP regain. We'll hold off on Rydia until we get a little closer. Oh man, here we go. This is it, the final room. So, why don't we go ahead and give Rydia an elixir? And I'm pretty much ready. Let's do it. And Cecil cries out, Golbez, FuSoYa! And we get treated to a little bit of an auto-battler with Golbez and FuSoYa trying to take out Zemus all by themselves. And they're going to use all of their most powerful magic. But Zemus's design is just so sweet. Like, look at how evil he looks. It almost looks like it, but I kind of feel like they maybe censored it a little bit or tamped it down, but it looks like his pendant is an upside-down cross, which is super sick. But he just looks like an evil vampire thing from the moon. And FuSoYa cries out, do the meteor now! And Golbez says, I'm ready! And Zemus scoffs, silly. And together they cast W Meteor, which I always thought stood for White Meteor. But Zemus falls, but not before saying, this is just the beginning. And while it seems like they've done it, what Zemus just said makes me feel like maybe we haven't done it. But we'll see. And he collapses. Golbez says, we've defeated him. FuSoYa says, it's a pity. He was consumed with evil and could not use his powers for good. Edge says, right on. And there's our victory music. Did we do it? What do you think? Oh, you're here. Edge says, man, I was to get Zemus. Golbez says, Cecil. But Cecil still can't face him. Rosa says, Cecil. And while no one's looking, something's happening with Zemus. I am the absolute dark substance, product of Zemus's hatred. My name is Zemus. I am the hatred. He's back, and he's worse. And he knocked down the whole party except for FuSoYa and Golbez. And FuSoYa says death only increased Zemus's hatred. And I have to feel like if someone kills you, yeah, that's gonna make you more hateful and angry. Golbez says, Zemus, or shall I say Zeromus, I'll cast you back to where you belong. FuSoYa says, begone. And they try to take him on again, but look at him now. Meteor only heals him. That is not gonna work. FuSoYa says it's no use. Use the crystal. And so Golbez tries to use the crystal, but Zemus laughs it off. You, the man of darkness, using it does not mean anything to me. You fools. And he counters with a meteor, and that's gonna wreck them. And things look hopeless. Zemus says, suffer and perish. My hatred will last until I destroy all. Now it's your turn. Come into my darkness. And what are we gonna do? Porum says, Master. Palom says, they're in danger. The Elder says, aha! Now is the time to wish for the earth. Palom, Porum, we shall send people's wishes to Cecil. Yang cries out, Cecil! Edward says, show us what true courage is. We're all waiting for you. Come back alive. Gayat says, for Mother Earth. Lucas says, stand up. You're our last hope. Wake up, dude. Porum says, Cecil and everyone. And the Elder shouts, Moon, answer our wish. Oh, and this callback song, oh my gosh. I'm crying again, oh. Brother. And Golbez says, Cecil, use this. And he gives the crystal. Zemus, for all those living on the earth, I will destroy you. And look at this battle screen. And all of our friends, through their prayers, come and raise us up. Cecil, here's our power. And we receive their vitality. We're all up now. And look, it's Edward and Tella together. And Edward says, do your best. Tella says, don't give it up. And we receive the energy. And Rosa and Riddy are at full health now. And we're gonna need them. And it's Yang and Sid. Yang says, concentrate. And Sid says, hold on to it. And we receive their energy. And now Edge and Kane are at full health. And we're almost ready to go. And it's Golbez and FuSoYa. FuSoYa says, bless him, Moon. Golbez says, my dear brother, let your sacred power be with the crystal. Zemus, it's the end. And oh my god, what an inspiring speech. And this just gets you emotionally ready for this final battle. Now what we're gonna do is use that crystal. And that's gonna reveal Zemus' true form. And now the Paladin of Light, using the crystal, reveals him. His true colors emerged. Grrr. And there he is. All right, let's chuck an Excalibur at him, shall we? Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Well, we'll do something else next time then. Now, what we want to be really careful about here is that he is another counterattacker. So I think I'm going to do a Bahamut, but he's going to hit us with Big Bang, which is going to deal about 2,600 to everybody. Oh, that was a little bit even less, but you can end up fighting him very similarly to the behemoths. Where if you take a little bit of time off, and use that to kind of recover your HP, then Big Bang won't wreck you so badly. Okay, is he not going to counterattack? I'll throw a jump down. Okay, there it goes. That might not be good because that's going to be them like back to back, so we need a cure as soon as possible. Yep, that one dropped Rydia. That is not good. And the reason you don't want to use buff magic is because of that, where he does the black hole and it removes all buffs you might have. I think I'm just going to go ahead. You know what I'm going to do? This is my life potion. I'm just worried that the jump is going to come down and just drop Rydia again immediately. Maybe I can get this down before the jump lands. We'll see. Oh, good. Okay. The problem is we can't really do too much offense because it'll just end up getting us all killed. Yep, let's chuck the Gungnir. Yeah, I'll just wait. Yep, there's the Big Bang. Let's have Rydia use a Cure 3 on herself. That just killed her. Okay. Well, at this point, yeah, I'll just go ahead and use an elixir on Rosa so we don't get in too much trouble. Let's Cure 4 everybody. And then, let me see. I'm not even sure Kane's going to be at enough health. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Cure 3 item on him. And we're just going to have to play this really patiently. Yeah, I'm going to wait. Because Edge can do about 5,000 per dart. That's kind of the best thing we can do. I'm going to try to keep Rydia up, but if Big Bang just keeps killing her, then there's not much I can do about it. I will probably leave her dead after this, if it kills her. Let's chuck the Avenger. Yep, and we're just going to wait. Because you really don't want too many of these Big Bangs lined up. You will just get killed. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna have to leave Rydia dead. Because she just can't survive a Big Bang. Which is unfortunate. It's a little, I don't know, disappointing to not have her with us. But I also wanted to make sure that this fight was challenging, and it most certainly is. Yeah, I'm just going to have him use a Cure 2 on himself. And we'll just basically throw everything Edge has on him. Oh, he just did one anyway. All right. That's awful nice of you, Zemus. He didn't even counterattack with it. Just a straight-up naked one. Okay. Let's try landing a jump and see how that goes. Yep, I'll use a Cure 2 on Rosa. But man, Zemus's design is just so cool. I love the fact that the true form, you know, of this alien monster looks every bit the part of an alien monster. Hell-bent on world domination. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna throw an attack down. If he hasn't counterattacked yet. Yep, there's the Big Bang. And I'm gonna stick my toe in the water and be a little more aggressive here. I hope I don't get myself in trouble doing this, but we'll see. This should heal us to full. That's not so bad. I need to keep an eye on Rosa's MP to make sure that I can cast Cure 4 every turn. This is good. This is significantly increasing our damage output. Okay, I got 3 more Cure 4s, so I gotta watch that. Have somebody take a turn off and use an elixir on her. But yeah, I think we're ready to fight in earnest now. And this music, man. It's a perfect combination of like kinda, I don't know, up-tempo boss battle music, but it also feels like it has influences of the Lunarian music. You know, the music from the surface of the moon. Okay, I think this turn I should use an elixir on Rosa just to make sure that make sure that I don't catch myself on a turn where I can't cast Cure 4. That would be a disaster. But so far, this is going pretty smoothly. I can't believe I tried to throw the Excalibur and it just, like, didn't do anything. Like, why would it be highlighted? You know, it was highlighted as throwable and then just nothing happened. But I really wish I could be doing things like casting Bahamut, but I feel like if you're at the point where Rydia routinely survives a Big Bang, you're probably going to have such an easy time with this that, I don't know, it's less tense. Oof. This could get ugly. Like, if this Cure 4 doesn't come out, she's not going to survive a Big Bang, so I'm a little worried right now. Come on, Rosa. Yes! Okay. What else can I throw? Do I have any more swords? Oh yeah, a bunch down here. Let's chuck the defense. You can't take them with you. Ooh, nice 6,000. I like it. Uh-oh. How much damage will this do? Oh, wow. Okay. What? Why was that so wimpy? I was half expecting just straight 9s to everybody, and I'm like, all right, I think we're done with Final Fantasy for the day. What other uniques can I throw? How about the Ancient Sword? Not very much damage. Too bad. But it's kind of fun that you can throw all your uniques at him. I enjoy doing that. I'm having fun doing that for sure. Did that just, like, not work? What is going on? Oh, we did it! There it is. Down goes Zemus. The world is saved. We're heroes. Goodbye, you freaky alien monster. I will not perish as long as there is evil in the hearts of people. Grrr. Grrr. FuSoYa says, well done. Thanks, FuSoYa. FuSoYa says, I didn't know you people had such power. Your people might have been further along than us Lunarians. And Edge replies, no doubt. Kane says, but Zemus' last words. Rosa says, as long as there is evil in the hearts of people. FuSoYa says, evil in our minds will never disappear. We all have both evil and good in our mind, just as there are the crystals of light and darkness, the ground and underground. But as long as the evil exists, so does the good, just as you held good in your heart to fight evil. Edge says, you're right, man. Iridia says, it's hard to believe Zemus didn't use you instead. Edge says, ha, don't worry. Goodness is my middle name. FuSoYa says, I must now return to my sleep. You? Cecil says, we'll go back to our planet. Rosa says, there are people waiting for us. FuSoYa says, I see. You have great comrades. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Golbez asks, may I go with you? FuSoYa says, you? Golbez says, I cannot go back to Earth considering what I have done. Besides, I would like to see my father's people. FuSoYa says, if you wish, but it will be a very long sleep. Golbez says, I understand. And Golbez says, thanks, Cecil, for calling me brother. Cecil doesn't reply. I know you can't forgive or forget what I've done. I caused you so much pain. FuSoYa says we must go now. Live in peace. Now let us go. Golbez says yes. Rosa says, Cecil. Kane says, it's your last chance, Cecil. And Iridia says, say it. Golbez says, goodbye. Edge says, Cecil. And Cecil starts to say something and just says, goodbye. Brother. Golbez says, so long. Cecil. god, the SNES graphics are so cool. Oh, look at this cool Star Wars text. Oh my god. And it continues this time. The moon has just started to seek for its own light. Oh, and that is Final Fantasy IV. Oh my god. It's every bit as good as I remember it being. I had so much fun playing it. And I love these little epilogue scenes. Let's start today's lesson. Yes, master. Where's Palom? Porum says, not again. I will fetch him. And he's, of course, off chatting up girls. You know, it was then that I cast Ice to open Mount Ordeals, and he does actually have some cool stories. Pow! Palom says, ouch. Porum says, enough of your boasting. Elder is waiting for you. And I love that I get to spend just one moment more with all these people. The Elder says, how many times do I have to tell you not to skip lessons? Here's your homework. Palom says, please, no, as though it's the worst thing that ever happened. And Porum says, ha ha ha, it serves you right. Chamberlain says, to begin with, Your Highness lacks self-awareness of being the successor to the throne. Edge says, don't worry. Chamberlain says, I will not if you stop dating girls all the time. Edge says, okay, okay. Please do what you say for a change. That does sound like Edge. Edge says, but I can find no girl more beautiful than you in this world, Rydia. He is totally in love with Rydia. And it's funny, if you watch carefully in a lot of the cutscenes, there's some subtle nods to that. Chamberlain says, Your Highness. Back in the world of monsters is Rydia. Asura says, I had not expected her to come back here. Leviathan says, an amazing girl. Rydia. The baby monster says, why don't you have fangs like us, Rydia? Are we different? Rydia says, come on, there's nothing different between us. And that's why they all love her. Asura says, it sure will be fun around here. Leviathan says, yes, and she's beautiful. Rydia says, the heart is what's important. Right, Cecil? Yang's wife cries out, honey! Yang says, stop calling me that. You are a queen now. But I don't like such formalities. Oops, it's time for training. Yang says, let's go. Achoo! Good to see people are still sneezing in Fabul. Yang's wife says, so do you. Former king says, I'm sure that Yang will rebuild a fabulous fabule. Fabulous, if you will. Prince Edward. Kid says, let us listen to the minstrelsy of the paladin, but let's finish today's work before that. Don't you want to rebuild our castle? The kid says, yes, promise. I bet the paladin song is a popular one. Edward sighs, Anna. Watch me from up there, Anna. I have the people of Damsian with me. I hope Tella will keep you company. I know he will. Lolly-ho! Work hard. Rebuild our castle as soon as possible. King, we haven't got enough materials for that. Dad says, scrap the tanks. There won't be another war. I hope that that's true, but that also sounds like a terrible plan. And they're all gonna dance. Father, I wonder what Cecil and the others are doing. Dad says, I received good news. Cecil will ascend the Baronian throne with Rosa as the queen. That is good news. Lucas says, really? And Gaiad says, and we are invited to the ceremony. And Lucas says, how nice. You are loafing on the job, Your Majesty. Ahem. Scrap the tanks, as I said. And they reply, lolly-ho. And there is Kane, who was blonde the whole game. And that, to me, is the biggest revelation of them all. And he says, Cecil, Rosa, forgive my absence. I must strengthen myself to be a true dragoon before going back. Until then. And here we are in the observatory, and the astronomer goes, oh! And Corey says, what? The moon. We get one more look at this super cool cinematic. Whoa! Rosa asks, Cecil? Cecil says, nothing. I thought I heard my brother's voice. Rosa says, really? Cecil says, never mind. Oh, this medley is giving me chills. Sid says, hey, what are you doing? They're all waiting for you. Rosa says, sorry. Sid says, you have plenty of time later to spend together, Rosa. Or shall I say queen? Rosa says Rosa's fine. Sid says, okay, Rosa, the bride needs makeup. The maids are waiting. Hurry up. Rosa says, okay. It's been a while since we last saw them. They must be coming now. Hurry, Cecil. Cecil says, I did hear him. He said, goodbye. Oh, this is so great. Oh, just like last time, seeing all of our friends that we made along the way together just destroys me. Of course, Porum jumps on the throne for a second there. And he wants to talk to Luca. He's like a young Edge. And you see there, Edge looks away. He's shy around her now. Oh, amazing. Wow. Once again, every bit as good as I remember. And despite, you know, some of the bugs and some of the things they cut that should have been part of the game because they were the creator's original vision, I still think that this game is just awesome and still super playable every bit as it was when it came out. I mean, there are definitely some modern conveniences that we expect from RPGs now, but the active time battle system was just such a wonderful idea and made the battles so much more intense and, you know, just sweating palms sometimes, particularly the final battle, but even some of the challenge fights. You really gotta nail your inputs and make sure you're doing things correctly. I made a few mistakes and I played this game 100 times. But it's one of my favorite games ever created. One of the best Final Fantasies ever made, although maybe not the best, which we're going to get to some of the ones that are my picks for number one, although anything that's number one, you would argue this game is number two or number three, like certainly top three. It's just so fantastic. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. I'm having so much fun making these series. I mean, this game made me cry twice. If that tells you anything about how much this game series means to me. And that's going to be all I've got. So I'm going to let the credits play here, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Final Fantasy Friday, where we're going to pick up Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. So I'll see you then. Thanks again, and have a great day.